Cold weather is still afloat, but it is slowly getting ready to hibernate. Time to try out some more warm vanilla scents until then. Good tiding to you over there. With us for this little overview, we have another Perry Ellis fragrance, and this is part of the Oud collection, just as the one prior that we've reviewed around here. Introducing Black Vanilla Absolute. Now, as I mentioned with the other, this seems to be another re-release of the same name from around 10 years ago or so. I believe this was at one point manufactured in the USA, but now it looks like the formulations are made over in the UAE. I have not found any official release channels online, that is, any inventory stockings of this, so a lot of the information that I could pull out about it seems to be bips and bops and little puzzle pieces from before, and then some from now. Another tidbit, I do believe this is a unisex fragrance, from what I can gather from the smell, and a little bit that I can find on the old interweb. And for those who care, there's your batch number. Quick little overview of the bottle as always. Same as before, lovely presentation. Cap feels not too shabby, and it's visually nice. As for the notes, it is a bit rough to find the official reference of the notes, but from what I can gather, it's more or less as follows, with some mild tweaks along the way. The top notes will be vanilla and rum, the middle note will be oud, and the base notes will be tobacco and amber, asterisks. We'll say the base notes seem to be the ones that I'm the most skeptical on if they are inside of this. Always we'll do one spray for the sky, and of course one for the skin. Solid little spray right there. And of course one for the skin. We'll let that sit for just a moment and we'll be right back. And we are back. Initially it does just poke you with some dark vanilla and or rum. After a little while the oud does start making a little bit of an appearance, a little bit of noise on the back end. Kind of like the same sort of oud scent that I've come across in vintage radio. But this one has just a wee bit more of a darkness and or it's a little deeper on that oud scent. It's not as chemically, though, as like Coco Morado. That thing is a whole other headache, but this is in the same vein, at least with respect to the oud. As for the base notes, I don't really pick up either of those. That is, even if they exist inside of this bottle, once again, it seems to be a bit tricky to find like an official statement from this manufacturer and or distributor of the actual note breakdowns from the reformulation. I will say the best comparison of this to another scent would be like Lattafa's Khamrah, if I'm saying that correctly. They are definitely in the same book, I will say, for smells. Like there's this warm vanilla, it's a tad noisy with just a touch of winter wood. Khamrah more so like an intense cinnamon and or praline coffee thing with the quahua. This more so with a reduced down smell of an essence of vanilla that would be like more of a heavy wear throughout its lifetime, if that kind of makes sense. As to when to wear this, definitely for the cold. This would be a lot for like late spring and or beyond, until you get to like inflection point of summer fall. Then you might be able to pop it back out for the rest of the year. Really a tad polarizing in my opinion, so maybe wear to areas that you just don't care about causing a fuss, more or less. I would say that this is a 3.75 out of 5 little clouds. For price, it's around $30 at your local rack stores. A little more than the usual for some similar vibes in the same fragrance tone, so keep that in mind. Also, it's a little hard to find this online for a decent price, so keep that in mind too. I know with rack stores, they always cycle out new inventory of fragrances. I haven't seen this up there in the past like 4 or 5 months, so if you're looking out for it, it might be a little hard to find for that price point as well. For performance, its cloud cardio is decent. I did get an all-day wear out of this on both my skin and my clothes. It does kind of settle more into like a dark vanilla essence type scent to it throughout its life cycle, so keep that in mind. For projection, this one seems to be like another loud in the first 20 and then fades to like a small cloud cape, especially compared to like its distant cousin, in my opinion, Khamrah's Quahua, which honestly is a good thing. These scents can be a tad headache inducing if their voice doesn't calm down very quickly. That seems to be a lot for most warmer scents in my opinion. I love the scent of them, I love the smells and what have you, but they can be a lot if they last a very long time. Overall, for about $30 in a long life but a mid-cloud cape, which isn't inherently a bad thing, I would say maybe pick it up. There's definitely better options out there for the cold weather, but also this isn't like the worst thing in the world to grab from the shelf at Burlington if you're just looking for something else to try out throughout your cold winter days and maybe early morning falls. But if all that doesn't really sound like your jazz, then this probably won't be your jam. Feel free to like and subscribe. I never mind it, and I always do appreciate it, and I always do appreciate you. Anyhow, anywho, and anyway, I think that'll do it for us today. I appreciate you stopping on by as always, and I do hope to see you again real soon. Goodbye for now.